Hello everyone, this is Lisa Harden at the Stamping Zoo coming to you on an unscheduled night for an unscheduled live. How about that? Let's just see who's out and about, shall we? It's been a beautiful day in Boise. Let's see. I'm sorry I said that's not very nice, but I spent a lot of it at the beautiful hospital, planned, just getting a little drink of iron for a few hours. So while that is much needed, makes me a little off kilter. And so I thought, what better time to come on and do a live, right? So hello everybody. I'm so happy to see Donna. Donna, it's like you just knew, right? You were like, who's gonna come on here and entertain me? And then I popped up, didn't I? So it's so nice to see you, and I hope you're having a lovely day in beautiful Montana. Well, hi, Kathy. You go, hey, Lisa, what are you doing here? Exactly, right? So I, as always, love the current paper pumpkin, and I did come on last Thursday, and we made the 3 cards, and obviously these are the tea light bags, but I'm certainly not finished with my paper pumpkin kit. I still want to make several of the cards as designed, but I want to make some alternates. And of course I had them going around in my mind when I should have been sleeping. So how about that? So we're going to make some alternates tonight. How about that? Hi, Karma. Nice to see you popping on. And I just want to, let's see here, tell everyone, I have a little handout. Oh, right here. Please don't forget that if you want to buy the Summer Nights add-on for this kit, you can use all of the extras that were in the kit that you subscribe to and make more cards with all of these card bases, or use supplies that you already have. It's a great way to extend the kit and extend your existing supplies. And the kit the add-on is only $10 US, and you get 24 card bases and envelopes. And so I want to make sure you can see there, they're giving us a little peek of everything. The card bases look very much like the card fronts or the postcard style that was included in the kit. And then all of the envelopes have this great dragonfly design. So these are only while supplies last. So please pop over there and get yourself some. You have to be a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber if you are interested in doing that. Oh my gosh, it's so simple. You can choose to cancel or suspend months whenever you want to. It's super easy. I've been popping in and out of it for years. So if you have any questions about doing that, I would love to help you sign up. Or you can go over to Shop the Zoo on my webpage, thestampingzoo.com, and you can just put Paper Pumpkin in the search bar and sign up right there. So I hope that gives you lots of options. And for those of you who currently have the kit, let's make a couple of alternates with. I have pulled things. I don't have the add-on kit yet, so I have just pulled things from my stash, right? Oh, Kathy, your paper pumpkin will be here tomorrow. You do have your add-on, and you have your add-on already. Excellent. You're all ready. And Kathy, hi, Kathy Sanford and Kathy Sheely, sorry, and Anastasia, hello. So while I am getting out the supplies here, I want to mention something that was really exciting to me, and I hope you are happy about it too. And that is that when I posted so I've been posting my Facebook replays a lot to YouTube for months now, and hello to you if you're watching me on YouTube. And this last Facebook replay got a lot of views, and so I have a lot of new YouTube viewers now, I hope, and so I want to say a special hello to the YouTube viewers, and thank you for expanding my crafting community. I'm so happy to learn more about you if you're only watching over on Facebook or only watching over on YouTube, sorry, and just get to know what you like and what your style is. I will say a couple of things about putting things on YouTube. It is generally a little bit of a different style in that traditional YouTube videos are usually just recorded videos. People obviously are starting to make live videos, but let's call it the old school or original format for YouTube was very much no chatter. It was all design and lots of editing, hours of editing, right? And little or no talking sometimes. There are still lots of videos like that, and those definitely have their place, and I watch some of them sometimes. However, I'll just let you know, if you're watching on YouTube and that is the style of video you like, you will not like my videos. Okay, you won't like probably any recordings I do because I'm a storyteller and I connect with other stampers, and this is just me. So the good news is there are lots of other stampers with lots of different formats for you to watch. So if I'm not the person for you, you know what? I say in all sincerity, go find your person. You can leave comments. There were very few negative comments, okay? But the comments that were there just kind of made me laugh. Like there was one lady who basically, I think I'm paraphrasing it, but she basically told me to like shut my pie hole and just make the cards, and that I didn't know the product. And the only thing that I didn't care for was that she said I didn't know the product. That's not true. That's so untrue. I can't even tell you how untrue it is. Now, that's not my person. Okay, so I will say to the vast majority of you that are here joining me either on Facebook or YouTube, I hope I'm your person. And for a lot of you, we've already formed lots of friendships, and I hope to make new ones all the time. So please feel free to contact me whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. I would love to be your demonstrator. I live in the United States, and I can have customers from anywhere in the United States. And I also just answer questions, whether or not you want me as your demonstrator. So anyway, with that said, right? And so now I've lost all of the people who don't like the talking. So now the rest of us can go forward, right? And I will say this is July. Now see, okay, it's July 20th, Monday, July 20th, if you are watching the replay. So with that said, let's have some fun, okay? Yes, Roz, you're one of my people for sure. Okay, so here is one of my alternates that I was just kind of thinking of last night in bed. The only part I was really thinking of was stamping a pattern with the cutest little mason jar stamp since Jar of Flowers, or I don't know if Jar of Flowers actually has a pun or a stamp, but Jar of Love had mason jars. So anyway, oh yes, you guys, I'm seeing all your Facebook comments. Yeah, we're all joined at the hip. So we're all good, and there's room for plenty more. So I just, like I said, I welcome friends old and new. Just kind of funny. Okay, so let's switch it up just a little bit. The color combo anyway. Here, let me bring our inspiration in. I just made this. And what we're going to use for the next card is we're going to use this postcard. They're calling them postcards, so I will as well. This beautiful one that I refer to kind of as a galaxy. I absolutely love this. And we are going to put this on the front of a Night of Navy card, just standard card measurements, US card measurements. And then the inside's going to be Coastal Cabana, because life is too short to just have white inserts, right? So this one is Calypso Coral. And anyway, yes, it's always fun to learn new platforms, isn't it? So one thing that when I just told you standard US card base, I was watching Ellen Woodbridge in Australia last week. You know, I told you that I really like listening to her and that her voice is very soothing to me. It's like my version of the Calm app. Not that she puts me to sleep, but you get my point. So anyway, she said that they have different card measurements, and if you're an Aussie on here, you know that. You have a different standard card base, and she referred to our card bases as short and stubby. and she referred to theirs as tall and elegant. You know, what can I say? I agree. But short and stubby, so now I have to look at this all the time and think, oh, I only have the short and stubby cards. Darn it. Short and stubby's okay with me. Okay, so I'm going to grab Calypso Coral. We're going to do Calypso Coral. No, I'm sorry. Coastal Cabana. I get those two mixed up. Coastal Cabana and Night of Navy. Hi, Megan. It's fun, right? Sue, are you referring to this color combo or this color combo? I like them both, but I'm just curious as to what you like. So I'm going to start with the Coastal Cabana. You know I love stamping tone on tone with the inks. I do a lot of the sentiments that way. And so I do a lot of the inserts that way too, I think. It's just a little something to show off that the card is custom. Okay, so now I just did this freehand. I think, yes, she was being very nice and she didn't say short and fat. Because I would have to disagree and say I am not short and fat. Actually, I am tall and fat. So anyway, I didn't have to correct her. And she was, obviously she was being tongue-in-cheek, kind of funny. Let's see here. I want to make sure that I am in front of you. Now, I just freehand stamped this, okay? I know you're like, wow, she's a stampin' baller, right? Don't ask me how, and don't ask me if I'm going to be able to do it again, but we're going to try. What I did was I started with one full row with 4 mason jars, and I just kind of started. And then I came in with the next color and alternated. Okay, so 4 fits nicely. I probably could definitely do this on a Stamparatus, but I kind of think it was going to take more time. And I would have a lot of different supplies out here, and I didn't want to make it more confusing than just simple. Just have a steady hand. Don't drink a bunch of coffee and then do this. I have this little guy on the B block. He could even be on something smaller, but I wanted to see around it a little bit so that I know where I'm placing it. Okay, and then definitely off to the side. Got that Night of Navy out. My frenemy. You're just short and chubby. You're short and beautiful, Roz. Okay, so then you can see I just put it in the middle of the others. It does not need to be perfect. In fact, I kind of insist that it's not. And then I just came in there. Okay, you get that. You get the routine. We're only doing this. We're doing 5 rows. And a lot of it really is going to be covered up. So, or you see it through vellum. So don't be too hard on yourself. I can see one of mine right now is a little wonky. It doesn't matter, okay? And on top of that, we are going to emboss some of those fireworks bursts onto it. And so you can strategically place those as well. Hi, Suzanne. Guys, it's Suzanne, the queen of Paper Pumpkin alternates. I'm so glad to see you. So I hope this holds up, Suzanne. We are just playing with this cutest mason jar in the world. Okay, I already kind of did that one off. So there you go. See, I kind of messed it up. So we are playing with the world's cutest mason jar stamp. And we're just kind of making little random rows. And then we're putting different layers on it. We're throwing everything on it and see what sticks, right? Kind of like spaghetti against the wall. No, Roz, and neither do I, but you are very beautiful. I have seen you, okay? Not personally, but you know what I mean. You're a beautiful stamper. You're my favorite Floridian. Don't tell Gary. What happens when get a lot more Floridians on here, I might have to just hush. Just know that you're my favorite, okay? All right. Oh, now, Megan, I am using, kind of hesitate to tell you this, I'm using the stamp set from the Paper Pumpkin Summer Nights Summer Nights. Is this the kit that you are going to have the chance to buy, or is it next month that you have the chance to buy? This month is really fun, and it's just all about lightning bugs or fireflies, whatever you call them, depending on what area of the world or country you're in. And fireworks and stuff. Okay, the other night I was telling you guys I didn't know what this straight line was for. And then I got to looking at this, and you can make sparklers out of it. Isn't that adorable? I love that alternate. They were so smart to think of that. Suzanne has probably made something that way. I haven't gotten over there. Oh, you're getting the sunshine kit. Oh, good. Oh, Megan, that's so fun. You'll love the sunshine kit too. I bought 2 of those, and you know, sometimes I kind of wish I had 3, but I'll just go with 2. It's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna put a layer of some fireworks. I stamped 3. Got to have a little embossing buddy. We don't forget that step, do we? Woo! I've been doing a lot of embossing resist, and everything around me in here, and sometimes on my clothes when I leave here, it has a fine layer of either embossing powder, embossing buddy, or both. And it could be a lot worse, right? So again, I'm just kind of doing 3 around where I know I'm going to want the mason jar. And then we're stamping in Versamark, right? The first time I did this, I sized it up with holding the mason jar over the card base, okay? And the second one, I kind of know where I want them. So then that guy, then we just need our gold embossing powder. Nothing shy about this card. No way. The best kind of fireworks are fireworks made out of paper, if you ask me and my dogs, right? Every pet owner suddenly gets very disillusioned with fireworks. Well, I should say most. I certainly have never had anyone tell me that their dogs or cats love fireworks. I think they either tolerate them or they don't. Okay, that looks coated really nicely. Now, I'm sorry, but you are going to have to listen to the heat gun. And I like to have it heated up just a little bit. Hello, Alicia. I'm using the kit that you didn't get again. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this card's great. I don't want to like buzz past this card. But the next card I have planned is a really fun shaker card. And it is a technique that the beautiful Jen Houston taught me. So I think you'll like it because everything she does is fantastic, right? So I don't want to bring this up too close because of the sound, but we all like to watch the embossing powder transform, don't we? Oh, so fun. I'm going to take a look at it and make sure everything's shiny. If it's not all shiny, it's going to flake off when you try and work with it. Okay, so I'm just going to give that just a second. I'm going to put the embossing powder back. And Cece was covering everything on my phone. Is it my closed captions that are showing, or is that just on my desktop? I know that's a really odd question, but I don't know. And there's always so many upgrades that it's never hard to know, or it's hard to know. So please let me know if it's my closed captions, because they're not turned off. And then when I started using another piece of software, I had to change that yet again. That is one thing I never thought I would be, but I have to kind of be a layman IT tech, right? For myself. Okay, so let's put the inside in just since we're here, right? Let's get our can't get enough of it Stampin' Seal. Oh my gosh. Add this to your next order. Please do this for me. It's so great. I love it. Who's been trying it and likes it? Well, just who's been trying it. You don't have to like only talk about it if you like it. I probably went through making 3 or 4 cards and not quite getting the hang of it. And I'm sure I did that with our regular snail as well. I'm trying to just get rid of this. So I'm trying to use it up. But I keep going back to the seal and definitely the Seal Plus. Okay, thank you, Kathy. That's great. It's not on my computer, but was showing on my phone. Oh, I know, Megan. The closed captions are great. Don't get me wrong. They're very essential. I just wish that they didn't automatically come on, but that's life. Okay, so let's take a look at our jar. Now, I know that a little jar is not going to be hanging off of a big jar in real life, but in real life, a lot of things don't happen that happen in card making. So you just choose to do what you like. We have so many of these too. I think I'm going to take the lighter colored one. And here's what I did. We do have that baker's twine in the kit, but I love to take any opportunity that I have to color the crinkled seam binding ribbon with our blends. So of course I'm going to use, oh, wait a minute. We don't have Coastal Cabana, do we? But we have Pool Party. We have Dark Pool Party. We also have Bermuda Bay. So it's all good. And you could use Night of Navy, and I think we have Night of Navy as well. That's all right. So oh, this is beautiful anyway. You know, the nice thing with these, with the card fronts or the postcards that they gave us in the kit, is that they're blended. So there's several different colors, really. They're not just the full strength color that they mention, which gives you even that much more variety. Okay. And here is the only way that I know to get this ribbon into a pretty little bow that I like. It's totally weird, but I take some of it. And it's also kind of hard to cut with the paper snips. Some of the ribbons are like that. I'm sure you've noticed that. Some of the ribbons, because we have so many different textures, they just need different techniques. Okay, this one's little, so I'm going to use 2 fingers and wrap it around like 3 times. Now, I should have done this before because I am left-handed. I am not a left-handed scissor user. You know why? Because the world forced me to be a right-handed scissor user. Yes, they did. Any left-handers out there, you know this. Okay, that's all right. Here's what I do. So I'm going to wrap this around. Don't worry about where the ends start or finish right now. You can take care of that later if you want to. And then I just take this other piece that I colored. You could use a white too and make a combo, and that's really pretty, especially since we're using some vellum. And this is like your holder, right? And then you bring this over. Work with me now. Don't embarrass me, crinkle binding ribbon. See, this is why I don't really care for it tied in a bow, a traditional bow. I think it always looks overworked. Okay, so let's see if I got those. Now it looks goofy right now, doesn't it? But once you get the loops kind of evened out on either side, then you just pull it. And then it gathers. And I think it's really cute. And sometimes I use the paper piercing tool. Well, hi, Michelle. I know, right? A lefty gets stuck with really bad scissors, or you just adapt. And I've been a crafter since I was holding a crayon. It was in me, right? So I wasn't going to stand for some substandard tools. Supplies. I was always the one that was coveting the 64 boxes of crayons. So I didn't get those very often. It was not just like a given. But I love craft supplies. It's early on. Okay, so now we have that little piece ready, right? And so we can go ahead and put this on. Now again, we're going to use our trick of just hiding glue dots where other elements are up in front of the mason jar. Lots of different techniques. You can use, some people put glue, a mixture of the liquid glue and water. I know that works well, but this doesn't need to be plastered down, okay? I kind of like that it's just a little up and loose. Hi, Annette. Nice to see you. Yeah, Michelle, I look awkward regardless. I just look awkward, and that's okay. I'm going to blame it on being left-handed, but... So, and you probably don't need 2 of these, but that's just me. I probably over adhere. Not as much as Nancy. Not as much as Nancy Forsberg. No. But I over adhere. It's okay. Now I'm going to look at where I have those fireworks. Remember, I kind of have them blasting out. And then we have the DSP, essentially, that we made all around it. This is beautiful just the way it is, right? Got a little embossing powder on there. You can just kind of have it that way if you want. We are not going to. We like layers. And there's so many cute things in this kit that I can't stand it. In fact, I'd smash a bunch of fireflies on here, but my mind tells me that's just too much. So next card can have a bunch of fireflies on it. And then again, all glue dots here on the vellum. You could use the Seal Plus, but I need such a small amount. I don't want to roll too much Seal Plus over it. Okay, you can fuss with this as much or as little as you want. Just remember that if you put it into an envelope and send it away, it's going to arrive kind of flat. I'm going to say that quietly in case you don't really want to think about that. I don't want to think about that sometimes either. Okay, now I just took what I think is such a beautiful little sentiment and font. Oh, the summer nights are all alight with everything magic and bright right out of the kit. I am going to use one of these puffy gold stars also out of the kit. And I could have cut that off, but I thought it was a great little place to put one of the embellishments that they gave us anyway. And they gave us a whole sheet. So you can use these all over. We are going to pop this up on dimensionals. And so this die is from the Stitched So Sweetly die set. It's a very cute bundle. Oh, I don't think it's a bundle anymore. I'm sorry, but there's a stamp set that coordinates, but really these coordinate with all the stamp sets. Case in point. It's a nice little set to have. Some great shapes for building different layers on your card or just for die cutting, just that perfect sentiment. And they're scalloped and stitched. So lots of nice detail. Okay, so again, in the annual catalog. Now I'm just going to bring this down here and put it in the right-hand corner. Nothing fancy about it that way. Then finally, and I probably should have left that off until last, but you know what? It's okay because the seal glides so smoothly and you don't press on it as hard as you used to with snail. Okay, and then I gotta pull this close to me. Sorry. You know I want it centered at least a little bit. Ooh. Okay. You could put more of anything on there. Here are two really cute alternates, I think. What do you think? And which color is your favorite? Do you like the Coastal Cabana or the Calypso Coral? I'm going to get out supplies for the next card, and you can tell me which you prefer. And I hope that that gives you just one more idea of what to do with all of those extras in this kit. Man, this paper pumpkin is so fantastic. They just keep getting better and better. How is that possible? Oh, thank you for the hearts, ladies. You know what? I'm so glad you're on here, Michelle. Look what I got in the mail. I got this beautiful card from my favorite Tasmanian a couple of days ago, and it made me smile so much. It's so adorable. And that daisy punch just keeps giving and giving, doesn't it? I mean, you could make 1,000 cards and then 1,000 more. And she's just made the basket weave punch be this beautiful flower pot. And of course that great friend sentiment on it. I just love it. Oh, she says, I hope you enjoy my card. And thank you for being my best USA friend. And I was like, when I was walking back from the mailbox, I was like, yeah, take that, all you Americans. She is my best Tasmanian friend. And she probably would be if they had millions of people, but Tasmania is not that big. Whereas the United States, if someone calls you your best friend in the United States, that's bragging rights, people. I'm just gonna say. So if you want to be Michelle Wells' best USA friend, job already taken. Step off, ma'am. Oh, I love it. So fun. Thank you so much, Michelle, for the beautiful card. I'm in love with it. Okay, let's see. The both gorgeous Calypso. Megan prefers Calypso, but she kind of came in with a, you know, Coastal Cabana, and now you want to sing Berry Manilow. It's a little off, okay, Brene? But the Coastal Cabana. Sounds kind of right. But since I was singing it in the first grade, I could have forgotten the words. But sadly, I don't think I did. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a couple of things that are retired. You know, Jim excuse, I'm sorry. But this is also really good to know that I know you all have a stash of things that might be retired, right? It doesn't make them any less pretty. So what I'm using today that's retired is we have some rose glimmer paper. We had some rose glimmer paper, and look at that. Oh, put your sunglasses on, Stampers. It's so beautiful. I've just been saving like the last scraps of it, knowing that there's gonna be something perfect. And then look at it with Rococo Rose. Is it just me, or is that like a fabulous combo? Oh, I'm in love with it. Yes, okay, great. Roz says she saw someone put a piece of the rainbow shimmer paper behind that firework. It just kind of screams for that, doesn't it? Now I was thinking about doing different techniques, but really, this is a small pattern when you look at it. It's a large pattern, but it's a bunch of small patterns. So I thought, you have to have some pow back behind there. And then I was working with these sequins that are also retired, and they are the Woven Threads sequins. They're absolutely gorgeous. And they are all in the 19 to 21 in colors. So then, of course, I was looking at the in colors, and there you go. So that was now I pulled this too. This is a piece of DSP from the In Good Taste. I don't think we're going to use it, but if we decide we need more pattern of some sort, we will use it. Okay, I doubt it. I think we're going to get everything we need from these stamps and a little bit of sponge daubering. It's a word. I mean, it's a verb. Oh, look at those sequins. I just saw them online. I mean, on the camera. I am in love with them all over again. Okay, so this bag is 3.5 by 5 1/4. Okay. So if you want to cut something that goes inside of it and you don't want to have to glue it, because this would be really hard to glue. I just cut like an 1/8 off of each of those measurements. I don't remember what it is right now, and you're not going to remember it either. Just know that the bag is 3.5 by 5 1/4. Similarly, I cut 1/4 of an inch off of the length of a standard short and stubby, according to Ellen, short and stubby American card. Okay, so it's only 4 inches wide instead of 4 1/4. And then the margins sync up. So other than that, same measurements, right? So this can go right in there, but first I want to do some sponge daubering on this. And I think I want to use Rococo Rose. I got out Petal Pink as well. Love Petal Pink. Wilma is just tuning in. What is that firework? She says, this firework, Wilma, all of these supplies, or most of these supplies, are from the July Paper Pumpkin kit called Summer Nights. And it's extraordinarily beautiful. There's Ferris wheels, there's fireworks, there's fireflies or lightning bugs, whatever you want to call them. So fresh dauber here. Ooh, love a fresh dauber. And immediately you take a little bit of the ink off, right? And I haven't done this yet. They are a little, you don't want to rub them hard like I was going in a circle. That's probably going to tear it. So I'm just gonna come along, and I don't want to do the whole thing. I might change my mind, but for right now I don't want to do the whole thing because I might want to bring some of the Petal Pink in as well. Let's check it out. I know, Wilma, not in Europe. Darn it. Are you going to get the Paper Pumpkin kit in August? I know Australia is. We were just talking about that. I don't know if, I believe you're in the Netherlands. I don't know if the Netherlands is going to get it. You tell me. I kind of want to look at this. Yeah, why not? I mean, there's going to be a lot going on this card. Bring some more color in. And also this will contrast. I don't know what I was trying to say there. This will contrast with the glimmer paper underneath, right? So we'll give that a try. And then I believe I'm going to stamp some fireflies on it. And we're going to use the sentiment, "You light up my life." You remember my story about "You light up my life" the other night. I will not retell it in case that mean lady comes back to YouTube and tells me to shut up. No, she did not say shut up. She just said, stop talking and work on the cards. Which basically sounds like that, doesn't it? Shut up, lady. Just show us the cards. And I was like, oh, I was just laughing. I was like, you have the wrong person in so many ways. Oh, gosh. Michelle, I know. We're going to have a Zoom party when you get that August Paper Pumpkin kit. I've already done one for the August Paper Pumpkin kit, but we can just have one and celebrate. Now, something I just felt under here that you want to be careful of. This is the bag, and I didn't cut it up because I wanted it to be a little stable. But just remember, when you are stamping, you don't want to hit that seam right there, or your firefly is going to look a little wonky. So again, I'm just bringing in the Petal Pink and the Rococo Rose. I don't know why. This is not what they blocked that chick. That's funny. No, I just commented, directly but politely, and she's good. It's not like I'm going to be watching any videos from her. So, and also I think sometimes, sadly, at least that's what I've heard, that can kind of be the tone on YouTube. Because, People don't follow you. They just kind of watch your videos. So I'm glad there's the freedom for that over there. And I'm just learning because, like I said, this is really, mostly the people that watch my YouTube and have been watching my YouTube are just my in-person customers that don't want to be on Facebook. So there've been very few. But a lot of people wanted to watch the alternate, or wanted to watch about July Paper Pumpkin. So I welcome all stampers. You should be blasting Katy Perry. No, you know what? I think Katy Perry would sue me if she knew that, right? Somebody would get mad at me for doing that. Now I think that's all the stamping I want to do on the front. So then, like I said, I have this cut so that you don't have to glue it in there, because I was trying to think about how I was going to do that, and I realized this is not a good idea. I am not going to make shaker cards out of all of these though, because I absolutely love tea lights. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. It looks like the fireflies are like bursting out of the firework. I kind of want to put another one in there. Okay, I'm going to. You talked me into it. Kathy, I'll tell you who's really good at getting my attention on Facebook, and that is Kathy Strange, because she will yell at me in all caps with an exclamation point at the end. So if she didn't want another firefly, I would know, because she would have yelled at me. Well, hi, Leslie. Oh, Leslie, look at all the Australians are coming out tonight, just like the fireflies. Do you have fireflies in Australia, or only you just have huge scary bugs? You guys tell me. I want to know. Okay, now this is probably going to go on the front. I don't know. Do we want a layer of petal pink? And then that? Ooh, I kind of like that. What do you think? Do we want a layer or no? Say yes or no, and that means do we want petal pink or no petal pink? You tell me. And while you tell me, I'm going to stamp another dragonfly on the insert. Petal pink. No, glowworms. I should have known. You have flying. You have those flying wolf bats and glowworms. Huge scary bugs. Yes. Oh my gosh. Nancy. Okay, so she's one of our Stampin' Up! Demos. She's from the United States, but she just moved over to Australia. I'm sorry. I don't know which town she lives in. She lives in a bigger city. But she posted some pictures of something that I had never seen and I don't want to see again. And it was like a spider web that engulfed a tree. What? And the spiders? Is that true? Do you have that? Or was that like, I mean, I hope. Thanks, Kathy. Too late, Kathy. Oh, you're so funny. Okay, the YouTubers aren't going to get this, but I'm going to do it anyway. We have fun, don't we, Kathy? Yes. Okay, so I do want a little bit of petal pink. Okay, thank you. Nancy's in Melbourne. So she was saying, like, thank goodness she lived in a city and she didn't have those, I don't even know what they were called. Oh my gosh. They were scary, y'all. Yeah, Nancy is super fun because Nancy posts just about everything that she makes for dinner. And then she puts like a menu, or at least the ingredients list. Oh my gosh. So kind. And actually, So the other day, she posted like a spaghetti thing, because I know it's the fall there, or maybe the winter. Anyway, she posted like this big spaghetti bake. Well, I am not doing that here right now because it's almost 100 degrees. Oh, Wilma, you don't want to layer? Oh, okay. Let me finish this part and then we'll talk about it. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So anyway, they did not look good. People, they looked scary as all get out. Now here's the front of our shaker card. And I'm sure a lot of you have done this, but it's a great reminder. I don't think I've done it since the class I did with Jen. So there you go. All that in a bag of chips. And basically this is going to be the front of the card, because we are going to seal this, and we're going to put the sequins in here, and then we're going to seal this with tear and tape. Okay. I have not been using my tear and tape since I got that Seal Plus. And I think the Seal Plus would work just fine, but I'm going to use tear and tape. Okay. And I'm just going to, Huntsman spider. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's that just, Wherever that is not where I would live. Leslie, do you have those in the Wop Wop? Because if you do, you need to get out of there, girl. Okay, that was too many. I don't know what's too many and what's just enough. I just think it depends on the pattern you have. Some of these are going to fall into the firework, and I knew that. But you don't want so many that it's just kind of crazy, right? Okay. So I can live with that many. That's going to be several. See, and they're going to cling and stuff, and I actually think that's kind of fun. Now, if you don't want that at all, I guess you could put a piece of clear window sheet, but then who wants to do all that work, right? Now, the deal with this is when you adhere it, you want to adhere it so that it's tight, obviously, so that all the sequins don't fly to the back. But you don't want it to be so tight that they can't move a little bit, okay? So don't be like overly efficient with that. Give it a little room and just test it. You know, just test it out. Okay, I like that. I love that the top of it is still serrated. I think it's so adorable that way. In fact, at first I had the glitter paper peeking up through that. So you can do that. Huntsmen are everywhere here. Dear God. You live in a wild country, my friend. We have lots of scary stuff here too, just not in Idaho because it gets pretty cold. And that's our saving grace in the winter, is it kills off a lot of things that would just keep growing and get really scary. Whereas someone like Roz, who lives in Florida, gets lots of beautiful stuff, but I'm guessing she's seen a scary thing a time or two, because their bugs can just keep growing and growing. It looks so nice out here tonight. It's still stupid 90 degrees, but it looks nice. Okay, so again, I'm going to bring this over, but I'm going to leave a little bit of loose. Okay. Look at this. Look what we've done. Don't forget about your retired stash of sequins. And we have those new sequins in the mini catalog. It's just like 4 beautiful stashes of sequins. I think they're called everything sequins. And that's a good idea. Okay, now that we have this done, Wilma and Kathy can tell us, oh, see, I think they might be right. Do we just want this up front? And we're going to put a sentiment on it somewhere. Or do we want the pink, petal pink, and then this? I think they were right. I stand corrected. Okay, no more spider talk, Kathy. Would you rather talk about COVID? No COVID talk either. I saw a meme today. Okay, No, I'm not even going to say it. I'll just post it later. Like, I don't even want to get the conversation started. So since we have our tear and tape out, we're going to tear and tape, okay? And this just goes straight onto the front of the card, which I think is like one of the really simple parts. Now, no one has asked, but just in case you don't know, we sell these envelopes, of course, because they're fantastic. And they are the kind of envelopes that you would impart. There's lots of uses for them, but you would definitely use them if you were going to do a swap. This is normally like the standard. And they are right back where the medium envelopes are sold. They have, or the regular envelopes, but they're called white. They show the white, and then they show the ivory, and then they show one of these, but it's clear. So, of course, it's a little hard to see. Hello, Kathleen from Florida. Nice to see you. I know I've seen you pop in and out, so it's very nice to see you again. And hello to everybody that I may have missed. You know I'll get around to your comments, though, so please don't just lurk. If you're out there, come and say hello to us. We don't bite, most of us. Stay away from Leslie Annabelle, but other than that. Okay. All right. Look at this cute card. Stop it. I love it. And now we're going to put that sentiment, you light up my life, on it. What is an earwig? Oh my. Yeah, that's kind of like our version of a scary bug. You might just laugh at it. You might be like, whatever. Okay, here's where we could maybe use the petal pink with the sentiment. I think that might be fun. If you don't like that, Kathy, I know you're going to let me know, girl. Let's stamp it and cut it out. And if we don't like it, we'll put it on another paper. Yes, we can talk llamas. Do you still have the llamas that are up the road from you, Michelle? Or they were alpacas, right? They were so super cute. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to use Rococo Rose to stamp the sentiment because you know I just told you that I like to color coordinate my sentiments. However, petal pink is a little light. That is great. Oh, how cute. Lori, you're so cute. Oh, I'm sorry you had to work tonight. But yes, come in watch the replay. It will be over on YouTube if you should prefer to watch it there. Hey, and I know we've been talking about YouTube a lot tonight, but if you are over there on YouTube and you're thinking about me and you go over to read the funny comments, you may as well subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you can get all the notifications, because here's a couple of things that will do. That will help me so much because I want to be able to do more over on YouTube, and I don't have the subscribers yet. You really have to have about 1,000 subscribers to do anything over there besides recordings. And the other thing is I am just very close to starting a new series that is going to be over on YouTube only. Again, I'm having an IT issue, but I will persevere. And once I figure out how to load graphics into Switcher, I am going to have a series that's over there that you might be interested in. So if you sign up, you'll know exactly when it hits the streets. All right, let's cut out this cutie sentiment and see what we think of it. Look at these, Lori. We made these earlier. I always loved a good show and tell. Oh, I know what I'm going to do to this paper. It looks too plain for me, so I can tell you what I'm going to do to it right away. I'm going to stamp some fireflies on it in petal pink. Yes, I'm going to. Don't try and stop me now. I'm actually going to stamp them off. So they're just going to be really light. There is a colored butt. What can I say? Bum. There's a firefly bum. It's right there. So you can stamp that in yellow. Someone was on the other night. Her name was Peggy. And she had said she was watching something that mentioned to use your Wink of Stella, which I think is a fantastic idea. I have to use this full strength. See, that's how light that ink is. So there we go. All right. Hey y'all, here's what's going on over at my house. So the hot water heater's not working and hasn't been since Saturday afternoon is when I noticed it. And while it's more of a first world problem for sure, but I'll tell you what came to a screeching halt, and that was long showers, washing the clothes, and mopping the floor. Oh, and doing the dishes. They're all just kind of sitting in the dishwasher, hiding. So my number one boyfriend for tomorrow anyway, Steve from Steve's Heating, he's going to be coming over here. Thank goodness. And it's not winter. Okay, if it was winter, it'd be a whole different deal. But I'll tell you what, my shower was brisk. It was very brisk, friends. And I'm going to take another one tonight. Can't say I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll be very happy to see Steve. And I just hope he doesn't stand me up. I'm going to use... I'm just going to go ahead and use the tear and tape. I think I just put it away. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to use some tear and tape on the back of this. Where do we want it, though? I don't want it to cover up the best dragonflies, and I don't want it to cover up the best area of fireworks. Yeah, I kind of like it over there. I kind of think I'm going to put a tiny piece of ribbon, too. What do you think? Michelle says you're multitasking. You're watching you, listening to music, and on your phone. Wow, Michelle. I hope I'm ranking first. Are you listening to Pink Floyd? You're quite a Pink Floyd fan. I'll tell you which song I like the most on the wall, Michelle. I've been meaning to mention this to you. It is that song that's only like a minute and a half long, and I think it's called The Show Must Go On. I love it. I have to listen to, I think it comes on right before Mother. Boy, this is pulling from ancient history for me because I listen to it now, but it was really my jam in college. So it's been a few years. Shocking. It's been a few years since I've been in college. But anyway, I really like that little, it's probably just like an interlude. I wouldn't even call it a song. But that's pretty fun music to listen to. And considering how old it is, really, I mean, come on. It has stood the test of time. You just had a new water tank put in. I know. I hope I don't need a new water tank. Steve put it in not too long ago. I want to say not too long ago, but it's kind of like something that, for me, I just don't remember. I just know that it works, right? And then I go on with life. So I'm hoping he doesn't give me some weird face. I don't know. I'll tie a bow, but I don't think we're going to need it on this card. It's already pretty cute and textural. However, I have this beautiful ribbon out. This champagne. Is this champagne or is it? It's champagne. It's petal pink ribbon with champagne metallic. Gary's cousin produced the wall. Roz, you cannot tell me stuff like that while I'm trying to tie a bow. Who's his cousin? This is outrageously cool. My God. I need to come out there to Florida and make cards and listen to Gary tell stories, I think. I think it'll be quite something. It's an intro. Okay, yeah. Wilma, I am 51. I am a flirty 51. not really. But I am 51. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you grew up with Pink Floyd. See, I didn't grow up with Pink Floyd. My parents, I grew up with the Beatles. And then my parents got divorced. My mom started listening to disco, which was really fun. So, and you guys know that I really had my own musical taste from when I was little, and I wasn't listening to The Wall then. I was listening to Donna Summer, Barry Manilow, and the Bee Gees and all that business. So, there you go. I did occasionally listen to, my dad had those Beatles records, and I listened to those off and on throughout my growing up. And I also listened to like some old Elvis stuff we had. I sang the song Return to Sender about 1 million times. And you're going to die when I tell you this, but I know I've told you this before, but I had about an hour between getting home from school and my mom coming home. And I had to vacuum and stuff, but I would get dressed up in her green velour, I don't even know what it was, big huge bathrobe, and sing into her pink comb. And part of that was me preparing to go on the Gong Show. I can't even believe I said that out loud. So anyway, for quite some time, I thought I was going to go on the Gong Show dressed up as Elvis and sing Return to Sender. Thank God that never happened. No, I didn't even investigate it. I think I probably told my mom, and that's where it ended, because there wasn't the internet in those days. You had to send them like a postcard, and we weren't going to do that. People from Emmett were not on anything like that. But anyway, okay, more musical history for another time. However, let's talk about our Cutie Keep cards. Look at this. You can make these largely with the supplies that are in the Paper Pumpkin kit already and a few little scraps. I love them, and they couldn't be more different from the originals that we made the other night. So thank you so much, everyone, for popping in with me. I don't even know what time I started. I think it was 8 o'clock. So thanks for coming on at an odd time. No bow. Kathy, it's too bad. The bow's on there. You get my attention though, and that is a perfect tactic because you see comments just scrolling past you, you're trying to make a card at the same time, and you're trying to communicate, and it doesn't always go so well. So here, that one has a lot of do you guys like this shaker card? Have you made this before, this style, or will you make it now? I hope you do. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna read these comments about all this music stuff, and we're going to find more out about Roz's cousin-in-law. Oh, man. Anyway, these are fun. I love this sentiment, and I love the sentiment, you light up my life. That's super fun to send to somebody. So I'm going to send these to my summer lovers, some demonstrators, some family and friends. I've got a few, so they will like that. All right, everyone, thank you so much. I will see you back here on my regularly scheduled night, Thursday. And until then, please be safe. Have a wonderful time. And we'll see you soon.